Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Sir Robart. Didn't he?
No, nothing.
You're right there.
Don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well. What the hell?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night?
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here.
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't get cold, mate, right there now!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yet.
Of course I'll help. I'll...
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve.
Hey, what the hell do you think?
What?
Dude, what the hell are you talking about? Right now, I'll fucking see you.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against...
I will. Thank you.
Damn!
Good day to you.
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least...
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, Two birds with one stone. So he might be satisfied.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the...
By the way, Henry, I was sorry to hear about your parents.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go! We're going to hit them like skeletons.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
Shit. That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents. Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
God be with you.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from...
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their...
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured...
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him.
Where did these Cumans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. And believe me, it's always about power.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravished by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back?
Be a bit more careful.
God be with you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Whatever is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and if he hadn't already sold her long.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mer-
Sigismund and his heathen cutthroats will come out the woods any time now and slaughter us all.
They won't come back.
What?
What the hell are you doing? Stay here overnight. My respects to you.
For Christ's sake.
Already did. Good day to you.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes. God in heaven. Man. For Christ's sake. Where did you hear such a thing? I hear our scouts found a fresh pile of human bones at the edge of Scalex's woods.
God be with you.
God, preserve us.
Can you tell me who I can...
You want Votova, the fellow that fixes the weir at the Tamburg fish pond. He should be around the granaries.
My respects to you.
That business with Sigis...
Aye.
Is there someone here...
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the... For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votova. But he can get you just about anything.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a...
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury...
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up...
What am I supposed to think of?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say... If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in arm...
All right, I'll have a look around for something. If I needed some food, who should I...
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra,
I'd like to buy something.
Of course, lad.
Who are you? Be quick about it. Come on. Is that all you've got? Yeah. No. I told you to clear off, and I was deadly serious about it. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't tell anyone. The Lord of Ratai sent me on a secret mission, and to do it, I have to bend the law a little now and again. Understand?
Do you think I'm so stupid as to fall for such...
That much? I don't have enough on me.
You still have to pay the penalty. Looks like you'll have to sit it out.
Jail? All right, let's go and get it over with quick.
Get moving. I hope you rot.
I hope you enjoyed your time in our little establishment.
Not much, actually.
Glad to hear it.
And can I go?
Go. Aye, you can, I'm sorry to say. Now bugger off and get yourself killed for all I care.
God be praised. What's on your mind?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry?
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face.
Good thinking. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
It's rather...
This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds... Thank you, my lady. I must go now. What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a town...
Not quite, Henry.
Oh, I see. My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed.
Well, it was maybe my mother.
You, my lady?
I fear some...
God bless.
What?
Huh? Hey, who's there?
Good health to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Let's have a word about the price.
Sure, why not?
What about this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Very well, I agree.
What? What the hell are you doing?
the hell?
My lady.
God be with you. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I still think you should stay here and I see your heart is drawing you away from here.
My lady.
Well, maybe my mind.
You, my lady.
I fear some.
My respects.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out. Ah. Hey! Open the gate! Gah! Ow!
to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Well now, look what... You'll get what for? The pizza!
Jesus. Hey! Why would anyone do this? What did...
Answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage on.
You're not going anywhere, are you? Leave your weapon on the ground.
I agree.
With a sword in his hand. You stood by his side when he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon him like me.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find a shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishak? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
I came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think?
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword.
My father forged it for Sir Radzig. It's my duty to deliver it to him.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that goes. And where will you dig it anyway?
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take them to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a priest to consecrate. I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard.
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of coin. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well.
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts. This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's gonna be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Itt éppen Malacka téren a diszmölése. Te akartad? Itt fogsz nekem pityeregni?
Do you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radic he'd look after me. But as for why they should care... Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill. My uncle's miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I...
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold...
I know Sir Radic, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak... You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you. And for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for...
I owe you both my life. And I'll repay...
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You still...
Hey, youngster! Come here! Hey, youngster, come here.